Come on. There we go. Alright. Welcome to Finding Aiur, episode 8. I'm Xenador. My co-caster has told me that due to personal matters he will not be able to continue with Finding Aiur. So this will be our last episode of it until I find another co-caster or get the next replay pack or rethink how I do this. I don't know. Basically, if you would like to help me out, it gets kind of lonely doing this, so hit me up and we can discuss how to go about this. Otherwise, it's just gonna be me today, and we'll see what happens. See what doors open up, I guess. Let me see. Do I have any other news I need to inform you guys of? Not that comes to mind at the moment. I'll introduce the players and then we can keep talking about other stuff. Okay. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg, Quack. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss, Xenador. Anyways, it's gonna be a, I'm gonna expect a Forge first out of Xenador just because the map has such a wide ramp. I don't think he's particularly wanting to try and use gateways for that. What was I gonna talk about? I know I had some side comment, or rather. This is kind of why you're supposed to, like, have a co-caster. You just get all this dead space that you're talking to seemingly no one. I mean, sure, someone will watch this later, but as it is, I'm just talking to myself. Probit from Xenador is going to come back in after it seems to have slipped any detection. I mean, Quack saw it, and then it left, so he thought it went to go scout the south base here, but really it's over here, causing trouble, being annoying, like all of Xenador's probes are. We'll see if Xenador actually commits to any cannons here. He might not. Okay, there's one cannon, so he's gonna go for it. Nice mineral walk to get out of that. Another pylon. And he can get a third cannon, and he loses his probe. Okay, so basically, this hatch should be cancelled. If it is not cancelled, Quack is not thinking this through. This is not gonna work. I mean, Xenador is gonna let that finish. He doesn't have to let it finish. He could have cancelled that and still would have been fine, really. But actually, with it finishing, it will clear out plenty of drones, and Xenador is taking a significant lead as it is. It's already a 300 point deficit, 300 resource deficit in Xenador's favor, and it will go up another 300 as soon as this hatch falls. Behind this, Xenador is gotten his own nexus, started his gateway. Cannon will complete the wall, sure, there's only one pylon here, but Quack is got nothing. I mean, sure, he has a spawning pool, but what's that gonna do? He's also down to this is the real disparity of this game. He is down to 4 drones, whereas Xenador is on 19 workers. So, I mean, this is just economically an economic disadvantage in every sense of the word, or phrase. As it is, Quack has taken geysers, but he really doesn't have the drones to support that. This Overlord is sitting here, and Xenador is thinking of building a cannon. He will not now that the Overlord's moved away, but yeah. Zealot completes his wall, and there is a Cyber here as well, so we can probably expect Xenador to go for like a Robo soon. And okay, there's the Twilight first. Yeah. Overlord is going to move away from the cannon. Xenador is cornering out his warp tech, so maybe he wants to get like 4 gateways and start pressuring from his pre-existing cannons. Pylon cannon over here. We'll see. Overall, this is just, I mean, Quack really should invest into economy better. Essentially, he just didn't respond to that cannon rush properly. What he should have done was not bother saving it. He should have cancelled the hatch and evacuated out of there, taken a base here, and heck, he could have taken this gold too. Or just taken the gold and then gone for like a 2 base all-in spine crawlers defending the gold. Because basically, once the cannons are there, that means your Protoss opponent is not going to have any aggressive potential if the cannon rush fails for some time, unless they're really special. So, yeah. Anyways, hey, Dark Glasses. Let's see here. What else is worth mentioning? Macro hatch off of 1 base. So, yeah. There's the Robo, and I mean, this is just gonna be short and sweet, hopefully. I mean, from this point, he can just build 2 Immortals, march across the map, and win the game from that. I'm not even sure he really needs the Immortals if his Warp Tech is done, because, well, okay, there are enough roaches at the moment. There's the first Immortal. He's gonna corner out the second one. So, earlier I was saying that I lost my co-caster indefinitely. So I'm looking for a new one if you know anyone or you want to. We'll see how that'll go, but until I find a co-caster, this will be my last finding Aiur for a while. This is a weekly program I was running, and I just show games and analyze them, usually from a Protoss perspective, but if there's no Protoss, then I can't do that, can I now? These roaches are going to come clear out these cannons. Senator could have protected it if he had warped in at the pylon in advance. Instead, he's going to have to march his army across the map. That being the case, he really does need to fight in a choke, as he doesn't have that large of an army at the moment. He does have a lot of zealots. They probably have charge. Let me double check that. Yeah. Yes, they do have charge. And +2 is almost complete. So, so he'll have the sentries for force fields, but then the zealots will also fill in where he doesn't have sentry energy. So while it is not as good as a force field, it does sort of serve a purpose akin to a force field without having to use energy. It just costs minerals. First 3 force fields are pretty nice, cuts up a lot of that army. And he's going to pile up this ramp. More force fields go down, time warp as well. This is pretty simple at this point. 2 immortals are just going to wreck everything. And there's a good example of what I was talking about, how those charge lots maintain the roach distance from the immortal's force field goes on the ramp, so he can isolate that. And maybe he should have not done the force field down. Alright, Dark Classes. We can discuss that when I'm not casting. Send me an email, or do you have an email for me? Here, I'll just... Okay, so he's gonna come up here and force fields will... So not roaches again. There are a couple spine crawlers here, but I mean, immortals don't care about spine crawlers. Guardian Shield is popped. He still has a time warp. There he goes. And I mean, this is just sort of indiscriminate damage from Xenodor. Just cleaning up the Zerg force. And that concludes this game.